Guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today's video is going to kick off a series that I'm doing on my channel, creating a positive conversation around sex, sexual well-being and female pleasure. It's something that I hold really close to my heart. I think is so important, and I really always try and champion normalizing the conversation around sex in a very positive way and female pleasure on all of my channels. So I thought what better to do a YouTube series on my channel so we can create a safe environment and talk about everything to do with sex, female pleasure, and how it should be normalized in today's world and no longer seen as a taboo. So this video coincides nicely with Ann Summers' Be Seen campaign, and I'm really honored to say that this video is also in partnership with them. The Be Seen campaign is all about defining you're sexy. What makes you tick? What gives you pleasure? What makes you feel good? And what makes you sexy? It was also born out of a rather shocking statistic, maybe having some insecurities around being seen in the bedroom naked or having confidence around being sexy in the bedroom. So I think this topic of conversation is so important. I think everybody can work on this a little bit, no matter who you are. No one is confident 100% of the time in the bedroom. I certainly have my days when I'm feeling like hot shit, and then days when I'm like, oh my god, don't look at my stomach, like my skin. It happens to the best of us, but that's not to say that we can't sort of take some time to actually think about what makes us feel sexy, what makes us feel good, and actually discover a little bit more about our sexuality and have that conversation with us and our partners in order to make us feel our best selves in the bedroom. So I was having a think about what actually makes me feel confident and sexy in the bedroom, and I actually think confidence in the bedroom starts outside of the bedroom. First of all, know what you like and know what you don't like. Everybody is built differently. We all have different fantasies, different turn-ons. Anatomically, we might all look the same, but actually the way our body can respond to stimulation can actually be quite different. Understanding what gets you off outside of the bedroom is going to make it so much easier and have way more confidence actually asking for what you want inside the bedroom, showing your partner what you want, and also like getting there easier. Most women do not climax with penetration alone. Actually, the statistics are quite crazy. Most women will need stimulation from the clitoris or other types of stimulation in order to climax. That is where masturbation comes in. It is still seen as a taboo, which to me is crazy now, but looking back, I kind of understood it. I was one of those women that I was just like, masturbation, it didn't interest me. And I used to like get down on myself all the time because I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I not responding to this? And it was only until I found sex toys that I actually understood what the hype was about. Like, some women can literally get off with a few flicks of their index finger, amazing. But most women actually need a little bit more extra stimulation in order to reach a climax. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I said, everyone's built differently. Whatever works for you is completely correct and right. So knowing what you like before you go into the bedroom, how you get off is so important. It can help you and your partner have a much pleasurable time. It can also empower you as well to be able to ask what you want because you know what you want. Start outside the bedroom. Spend some time with yourself. Masturbate. Get some toys. The sex toy industry is absolutely amazing now. I remember when I first bought sex toys and they were like archaic compared to the stuff that's available on the market now. Like, it's all about stuff that feels nice, like the real feel silicones, they're hygienic, the vibrations are so much better now, they're more rumbly, they're more complex. There's like toys that have different series of vibrations, whereas opposed to before it was just this like really high pitched fast vibration which basically just left you feeling a little bit numb. Ann Summers is a really good place to start. Their shop environments are super friendly if you want to go in and like just like look at a few toys, touch them, feel them, pick them up, try them out. Obviously not try them out in the shop, but the shop assistants are lovely. They're always really informative. They've got a great range called the Morgasm range, which is everything from like petite travel size sex toys to take away with you, like little bullets, through to like classic rabbit style vibrators. I've got here the Morgasm Plus Boost. It's a vibrating dildo with an attachment here for clitoral stimulation. You can actually use this part and this part separately, and there's loads of different vibrations, so you can have a real nice play around. Find out what works for you. That's what I'm talking about when I say masturbate. Find out what your pleasure is and enjoy it. Enjoy your body. I think the more that we masturbate, the more confidence we have in the bedroom. And having encouraged using sex toys and masturbation, I would also always encourage using them in the bedroom with your partner. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. It shouldn't make your partner feel inadequate in any way. If anything, coming together sexually with a partner is a time and a place where you just want to make each other feel good. And if a vibrator or a butt plug or like tying each other up or whips or chains or blindfolds, oh my god, I can go on for ages. If that's gonna make you feel good and that's your fantasy, then, you know, suggest it. Nobody should ever make you feel bad for wanting to enjoy your time with someone in bed. Having these conversations around female pleasure and sex is so important because I think it's really vital that we address and recognize that the way men and women get off is different. It can be a lot harder for women to achieve orgasms than men, and penetration alone usually isn't going to get a woman there. So the sooner that women sort of acknowledge that. So the next thing I want to talk about is feeling confident in the way we look. It would be really negligent of me to say that it's not about how you look in the bedroom, it's how you feel. But actually, how you look can often directly impact the way you feel. I have days when I feel bloated, not my sexiest self. And this is when I want to make a suggestion which can sound like a little bit of cliche, but it really does help for me. I love lingerie. Like, it's always been something that I just adore. It makes me feel amazing. And I want to just make a point. I don't always wear lingerie just for my partner. I wear it for myself. Even on a day when I'm not planning, like on having some intimate bedroom time with my partner, I will put on a nice set of lingerie. It makes me feel good. I walk around feeling much more confident about the way I am and the way I look, and I'm proud of my body and my sexuality even when I'm not having sex. If you can feel confident outside the bedroom, then it's more likely you'll feel confident in bed when you're naked with someone. I've got a few pieces here that I really love that I picked out from Ann Summers. No matter what your insecurities, I'm telling you right now, everybody has a part of their body which is delicious and sumptuous and sexy, and they should be entirely proud of, like completely. There's nothing sexier to me than a big juicy ass hanging out the back of the thong with a suspender belt over the back. It's just like the most enticing thing in the world, and I say that as a straight female. I think it's so sexy. So if your ass is your thing, get a thong on, put a little suspender belt on. If your boobs are great, then show them off, push them together. If you're worried that your chest is too small, embrace it like I do. I have a small chest. I wear really pretty lacy pieces like this, which are really intricate and beautiful. But then saying that, if you did want to increase your assets, then go for something padded. It's fine. If your stomach is what you're worried about, then you can always pick up something like this. This is the Fiercely Sexy Waspy from Ann Summers. It's basically like a little tiny miniature corset cincher. So it goes on the waist, and then these little straps here connect to the suspenders. It's got adjustments at the back as well. Saying that lacy lingerie isn't for everyone. If like cotton pants and a tiny little ribbed cotton vest is your thing, then chuck that on. It's whatever makes you feel good. There's definitely something for everyone. Try on some new lingerie, styles that you wouldn't thought of before, pieces like waspy suspenders, garter belts that you wouldn't have thought of before. Try it all on. Look at yourself in the mirror and admire yourself for the sexy person you are. And do not leave the changing room until you've told yourself 3 things that you love about what you're seeing in the mirror. It's so important. Remember, you're not putting this stuff on for other people. I mean, you can do that. It does come into it sometimes. But first and foremost, I want you to go out and try on some lingerie for yourself. Lingerie isn't the only thing that makes me feel sexy in the bedroom. Trying new things outside the bedroom also makes me feel really sexy. Pushing myself out of my comfort zone, trying something new creatively, whether it's like stimulating my mind by meditating for a week, or writing a short story, or trying poetry. Everything that makes me feel like I'm bettering myself and therefore loving myself ultimately makes me feel more confident in the bedroom, because if you can love yourself more outside of the bedroom, you're definitely going to love yourself naked with a partner during sex. See how you can renew your appreciation for yourself as the sexy woman that you are. So the final point I want to address about being confident in the bedroom is being vocal. Being vocal to me doesn't just mean asking for what you want, it's being able to say no, that doesn't work for me. Going back to my first point when I was telling you guys to go out, masturbate, find your pleasure, find what makes you tick, like discover your fantasies, all of that leads to being able to vocalize what you want in the bedroom. When you understand your pleasure more and you know something works for you, then you should feel more confident about asking for it. And in being able to ask for what you want in the bedrooms, you should also be able to say when something isn't working for you. I look back at my younger self and I recall so many times when something wasn't working for me during sex, and I would just lie there and not say anything, staring at the ceiling, just letting them plug away. Like nobody was going anywhere with that. It wasn't helping anyone, it wasn't helping him, it wasn't helping me. It was just like a very sorry situation. And I do think back about like, why did I let myself get into those situations? And it was just naivety. It was just not really understanding myself sexually. I didn't know what to ask for, therefore I just kind of laid back and just let it happen. You know, I was doing myself a huge disservice as a woman, not speaking up and asking for what I want. But saying that, I didn't actually know what I wanted, and that's why my point about, you know, taking time for like masturbation and self-pleasure is so important, because it's great if you can discover what you like sexually with a partner. That's always going to be the case. in most relationships and partnerships. When, you know, you are spending a lot of time with someone intimately, you can discover new things and things that really get you off. But without that self-exploration, I really feel like us women are missing a trick. Remember to check in with yourself before and during sex. Like, is it working for you? How do you feel? Do you feel nervous? Is it a good nervous? Are you getting butterflies in your tummy, or do you feel slightly intimidated? I mean, if that's your thing, fine, but maybe if you're like nervous in the wrong type of way, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you shouldn't engage in this. I always think the right type of nervousness is when you get that flutter in your lower belly. You know that something exciting is going to happen. And what do you want from this engagement? Is it like, are you making love with the love of your life, or is it a hot guy you've seen across the bar and you're just going to have like fervent, rampant, passionate sex? You know, always check in with how you're feeling, and when you feel something, vocalize it. Trust me, everyone involved is gonna thank you for saying something. If you take away 3 things from this video, please let it be that self-pleasure is normal. Please go away, try it out, experiment, get some toys, find out what makes you tick and what just sends your brain into like a flurry of fireworks. 2, work on being confident outside the bedroom on yourself. Try something new, put yourself out of your comfort zone, love yourself more, do activities that make you feel amazing outside the bedroom, and then carry that in with you. 3, always be vocal, tell people what you want, explain how you're going to get off, and also be mindful of how you feel during sex. If it's not working for you, change it. Never be ashamed of who you are, never be ashamed of your sexuality, never be ashamed of asking for pleasure. Anything that goes on in the bedroom between 2 consenting adults is totally fine and normal. And most importantly, be seen in the bedroom, guys. Be seen for who you are and what you want and everything that defines you. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that was insightful. I hope I empowered you guys. If you weren't feeling 100% your sexy selves, go out and try some of those things. And let's change that statistic. I want 100% of women to feel confident having the lights on and be seen in the bedroom when they're having sex. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you want to see from this series on my YouTube channel. Are there topics about sex that you want me to talk about? Q&As that you want me to cover? Just let me know. This is a safe space. Just comment down below, and I look really forward to hearing everything you think about this video. And you know, I want to know if you're going to give all of this a go. So please leave your comments and I'll get back to you really, really soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here on my channel very soon. Bye for now.